Welcome to What's in the Pot. I'm your host, Sean Grande, and today we're making a Caribbean style soup. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's What's in the Pot. Now for our ingredients, we're using about 3 sweet potatoes, 2 carrots, about 4 regular potatoes, some onions, about a quarter of an onion, some Trinidad green seasoning, some Bertie's pimento seasoning. Now I like to use bone broth in my soup, so I'm using this chicken bone broth, and I'm also using some of this chicken bouillon and some Badia complete seasoning. Now first we're going to put our pot on medium heat, and then we're going to let this oil saute. We're going to add about a teaspoon of garlic. Now that minced garlic, that's about 3 cloves of garlic, and we're adding our onion, and I'm also going to add our carrots. I like to saute my onions and carrots and garlic together. So we're going to let that saute for about maybe 5 minutes. When the onions and the carrots and the garlic starts to sweat a little bit, then we're going to go ahead and add some Trinidad green seasoning. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of Trinidad green seasoning, and we're also adding about 1.5 teaspoons of Bertie's pimento seasoning. If you had fresh pimentos, maybe about 3 peppers. And I'm adding some of this butternut squash. Now this is the frozen butternut squash. If you have fresh pumpkin, go ahead and add that pumpkin. I like the thickness and the consistency the pumpkin gives to the soup. I'm also adding 1 carton of this bone broth. Now if you don't want to use bone broth, you don't have to. You can make this all vegetarian and use a box of vegetarian stock. I also make a vegetarian version of this bouillon, or if you had like something like a veggie Maggi cube, go ahead and use that. I also added 4 cups of water. Now you may want to turn up the heat a little bit, and you want to bring your pot to a boil, and then we're going to go ahead and start adding our potatoes. When we start adding our potatoes, we want to make sure that the pot comes to a boil because we want the potatoes to start cooking. Also, if you enjoy this channel and you're enjoying this video right now, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell to remind you when we drop new videos. I try to drop a new video every week. Now we're also going to go ahead and start seasoning our pot. Now you can use any kind of seasoning. I really like this Badia complete seasoning. If you have an all-purpose seasoning, you can go ahead and add that. I'm using some dried thyme, and then I'm also going to add a pinch of salt because a lot of the other seasonings do have salt. So you want to add your salt and black pepper to taste. You don't want to add too much, you don't want to add too little, especially the stocks and the bouillons. They have a lot of salt in them, a lot of sodium, so you don't want to add too much. Now right before our soup is done, we're going to go ahead and start adding our Trinidad macaroni. See the color of that stock? That's that nice yellow color you get from using the chicken bouillon. If you use the veggie stock, it'd be more of a darker brown color. Now adding noodles is optional. I like a little bit of noodles. I like adding a little bit of Trinidad macaroni in my soup. If you don't have Trinidad macaroni, you can go ahead and add something like an egg noodle or even some elbow pasta. And I like to add my noodles towards the end because once the noodles are cooked, that means the soup is done. So add a little bit more water, let that soup cook through, and there you have it. This is our final product. Look how beautiful and look how delicious that looks. Till next time, stay safe and stay blessed. Peace. Hit that subscribe button.